from Pune. I am really blessed to have him here. With that, thank you all.
Hey Vishal, I can have the clicker please. Thank you. Hey, I really like this stage. In previous events, they would tell me, sir, please don't go more than 3 steps this side and please don't go more than 3 steps that side, otherwise you're going to fall. But here, this is very comfortable. Very good job done by Team AVAYA. Thank you. Very impressive. So I landed from Pune last evening, late last night, and I was at the airport. And as most of us would do nowadays, I took out my mobile phone. I called for a cab using my app, and I was just waiting for a couple more minutes, and then I looked at my phone again, and there was this window which popped up on my phone which said, "Thank you for riding, and we hope your journey was good, and your bill is this much." And I was amazed. I didn't know what happened, and it said that please pay this amount. So I had no option because it wouldn't let me call another cab until I make the payment. So I made the payment using my credit card, and then it asked me for my feedback, and I put, guess what, 1 star, obviously. Right? And then it asked me, because I put 1 star, it asked me what went wrong. I said, well, I never got my cab. So I typed in that there was no cab, there was nothing, and I got charged for nothing. And then I booked another cab, and fortunately that cab came over, and I took that cab, came to a hotel. And on the way, I was thinking, how do I get my money back? I mean, I paid them. So, I was thinking maybe I'll look up their call center number tomorrow morning, or I'll find an email address. And I was thinking maybe I should tweet. Maybe I should send out a nasty tweet saying that, these guys are a rip-off, they are, stealing money from us and whatnot. But I was too tired. I said, I'll deal with it tomorrow morning. And, I just left it at that. Today morning when I got up, and as a habit, I picked up the phone, looked at, there was this notification up there, and it said, from the same app notification, and there was a message. I clicked on it, and it said, we are sorry you had a bad experience. It was a customer care executive that had written to me and said that, we are sorry, we realized there was a mistake. We saw that you were charged incorrectly, and we have refunded your money. Next time when you travel with us, the money in the credit will be applied. Wow. I didn't make any voice call. I didn't send any email. I didn't chat. I didn't tweet or did a Facebook. So what is it? I mean, what form of communication is it? Which channel did I use? Right? That's the power of embedded communication. Right? That's how you take communication, embed it into your solutions, and make your customers happy. So, hi, my name is Raman. I'm an engineer. I lead the team engagement solutions for AVAYA in India. And today I'm here to talk about Experience AVAYA. So what is Experience AVAYA? Experience AVAYA is our attempt to talk to you about our passion, to talk to you about what we want to achieve in this market, what do we do, and of course to talk about our products and solutions. Our products and solutions which help you communicate and collaborate amongst yourself, in your office, amongst your teams, and those teams could be, your own teams, extended teams with your partners, suppliers. So we enrich that experience, and that's why Experience AVAYA, right? And then why within your teams, your customers, when that customer of yours wants to talk to you, communicate with you, right? Again, our technologies come into play, and we strive to enrich that experience. So let's talk about the R&D. Because I am from R&D, I represent R&D, and I welcome you on behalf of R&D. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the R&D centers, innovation centers as we call them now, in India. We have 3 large R&D centers in India: Pune, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. And together we represent about 1/3 of global R&D population. Yes, a third. I mean, we have a significant number of engineers working out of India, working on the products that you see outside, working on the products that we sell. Almost all of them. Why almost? All of them, not really almost, it's actually all of these products have contributions from the engineers here in India. You know, we have, like Vishal was mentioning, we have 100 plus patents overall. He mentioned last year's, but you know, I take pride in talking about the overall 100 plus patents, and these patents because you know we have directly worked on these products. We understand the domain, we understand the technology, we understand the customer and our partners. So you know that's why we were able to do these patents. We were able to innovate. So we don't just write code or you know test the products and then ship them over and then somebody else finishes them off. No, we actually dream of these solutions, we work on them, we design them, and we produce them and we get them to the market. And like I was saying, we just don't code and we just don't test. We actually do a whole lot of things around the R&D innovation, you know, the entire activity in this particular marketplace. So let me just quickly, yeah, I got the whole slide, thanks. So, you know, what we do is we work with our partners. We work with our partners to explain our technology, how that technology can be customized. And, you know, I'll talk more about customization and building upon our technology. So we have snap stores where you can take our technology, build solutions and put them up there. It's like an app store that you have on your mobile phone. We call it Snap Store. You know, we are creative. So we build those snap-ins and you can download those snap-ins and you can deploy them. And we also work with the development community. Just last week we had one of the biggest hackathon in Pune. We had 1,600 developers. 1,600 developers from all over the India register with us. We flew in 20 teams, about 40 people into Pune from all over the India, about 12 cities. And you know, we had them come in, they coded applications using our technologies like the Vantage phone that you saw, the Breeze Client SDK that I'll talk about. And they worked through the night, 24 hours. They started at Saturday morning 9 a.m. and they worked till Sunday morning 9 a.m. when the judges came, and then they presented to the judges and we selected 3 winners. So quite a bit of excitement that we had over there. And you know, we have collaboration with colleges and universities. We have our curriculum, which is designed by our own engineers, is running in KPT Cummins College in Pune. It's a university, it's a degree course, and it's an elective in the degree course. And then there's a couple more colleges also running the same course. We work with the government NGOs, and you know, we also associate ourselves with the industry. We are constantly in touch with the startups. We call them over, we present our technology to them, and we offer free trials. We offer them mentoring and support so that they can take our technology and embed it into their solutions. So while that was about what is happening within AVAYA Innovation Centers, within AVAYA R&D, let me just also quickly talk about how the journey has been so far. And this is really a refresher. I know each one of you are probably much more experienced and handle these things every day. So this is just a refresher. And you know, this is how it goes. And tuck, 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 tuck. I hate pop-ups. I like to get the full slide there. So you know, Vishal was talking about those rugged servers that we used to ship, right? All the technology used to be embedded in those boxes, and we would put them out there and we'll ship them, and you know, they will be powered on and connected in your data centers or your labs, and you would start using it, right? And then if something has to be changed, upgraded, either we will ship you new boards or we will ship entirely new hardware. Well, what the industry did was they did away with that expensive boxes, and they moved all the business logic up in the software, and that's how you could standardize on the hardware. We don't care whether you buy the server from HP or from Dell or IBM, you know, we don't care. We just tell you the specs, you get the server, we sell you the software, right? And in that software, we have all the business logic. You would put deploy those software, you would maintain them, you will install patches if needed, you will bring them down for maintenance, you clean up and you will look at all the alarms and you will reset them and you will bring the service back. So that becomes a lot of work for companies and a lot of work for your teams and employees because you have to maintain this software. So where did industry move? Industry said, okay, we now going to, like we took the hardware away, we're going to take the software also away from you and we're going to put it somewhere up there in cloud or in a data center that is not visible to you. And you just consume the service. You just consume the services of the software. And that's how the cloud was envisioned and that's how the cloud was made. So we took the hardware away, then we took the software away and we put everything up in the cloud. Now, in cloud, you can take the services and you can consume them as is, means the way they were designed, but you can also extend it. How you can extend it? Because from the cloud, we can expose the APIs, we can expose the data to you, and you can build custom applications, whether it is on your phone or on your laptops or on your browser-based solutions. You could customize those and you could extend the technology that we are providing and use them, consume them, and you can just pay for use. So if you use, if you make 100 transactions, you pay for 100. If you make 1,000,000 transactions, you pay for 1,000,000. You don't need to be worrying about, I need to invest this much, beforehand into the hardware, into the software, because no, it's just a service and it is available to you on demand. So with this transition, and this is exactly how AVAYA is also moving, right? Because we know this is how our customers would want to move. The digital giants that are born, the startups that can challenge the big corporates and companies, this is how they would like to work. They would like to work on the cloud. They don't want to invest into a lot of capex or hardware beforehand. And this is how the giants of today also want to, reorganize themselves, and they just want to focus on their core competency. If you're a mobile phone company, if you're a service provider, you just want to focus on providing the best service to your customer. You don't want to be worried about my data center or what if my hardware comes down or what if my software is not running. You don't want to care about it, but all you care about is have my customer satisfied and provide the best in-class service to them and innovate, right? So that's how this model works, and that is how AVAYA also moved in that direction, right? We like Vishal was mentioning, a bulk of big revenue, a big bulk, about 80+% of our revenue now comes from software and services, and we are moving there, right? And we are helping and supporting our partners and customers to move there. And how can I not talk about the platform and architecture? After all, I'm an engineer. So, what is happening now is that we provide all this on an open platform, which allows you to build. So, the example that I gave you before, where you could take an app and you could embed communication into it, so that you can get in touch with your customers. To do all that, we also understand and we believe that we need to build a developer ecosystem, which means that there has to be engineers available, whether they are partners, whether they are independent, and they understand your domain. Your domain could be healthcare, your domain could be hospitality, retail, whatever it is. And they understand the domain, we give them the technology to embed communication into those solutions. So, we are working with the developers. The hackathon that I talked about is exactly the example, is the reason that we are doing it, because we want to build that ecosystem. And that hackathon was the first, but we're going to have a number of those around the globe. And best part is, those hackathons are being championed and led from India. The team in India helped put that hackathon together, and some of those people are here in this room where we put that, which helped put up that hackathon in Pune. And of course, consumption choice. And this one is an interesting one. So I talked about this. We have our applications up there, but we also have the SDKs and APIs, that layer. So you can use our clients' applications as is, or you could take the SDK and you can customize it. So if you saw the Equinox client outside, you can use it as is for your communication. But then the same features of calling, of video conferencing, of chatting, you can take that out and you can embed it into your own application using our SDKs, right? And you can do all these functions which are listed here. And developer ecosystem, I talked about, number of initiatives, number of platforms. We support the developers, and we are only going to see this support for developers going to grow and grow. So this is the consumption choice that I was talking about, and what it means is that in this journey, not everybody is going to be at the same point. Somebody will be still on-premise, somebody will be considering a private instance, somebody could be thinking about public cloud. So depending upon where you are in this journey, AVAYA is with you. We are going to make sure that we don't abandon you. Our partners and the teams here are going to give you several options. You could go for subscription, you could go for a perpetual license. You could say that I want to first try it out here and then tell me a portion of it can go up there. So there are customers, not only in India but around the globe, who have taken a portion of our solution and posted it up, maybe say in AWS. And they tried it, it worked, and then they transitioned rest of it, and then they emptied their own data center, and then they said, we don't need our data center because now our solution entirely running up in AWS, so they shut down their data center, right? And now they have everything being served from a private instance running up in cloud, right? Now, maybe sometime later in future, they will move to a public cloud where they don't even have a private instance running in the cloud. They just, go to an entirely purely public cloud model. So that's what the consumption choice is all about. And so with that, I come towards the end of this brief conversation. But I'm here, we're going to talk more about it. You guys have seen the zones outside where we are talking about our product, which is team engagement, customer engagement, and of course networking and AVAYA professional services. And what the products that you're seeing out there are being demonstrated and manned by the R&D engineers. So you can ask them all the tough questions that you have. You can discuss as much in detail as you want, or you could stay at more of a feature level and the functionality level. Both is fine. And again, these slides, I have 3 slides here which talk about each of the product. I already explained to you that Equinox is our communication conferencing client application, which is an application which you can run on your mobile phones, whether iOS or Android, or on Windows or a Mac laptop, or you can even have a browser-based solution out of that. And that will run on top of our Aura infrastructure, which is underneath offering the communication. But then we also provide you the SDK. You don't have to limit yourself to the client application. You can use the client SDK to build your own custom applications on top of that. Then we have Oceana, and I think Vishal explained that pretty well. Oceana is built on AVAYA Breeze, which is our platform for the developers. So it's a great example of how we used our own platform to deliver this customer contact center application to you. It's an omni-channel engagement center. The user can use all these channels and whatever channels you can invent to talk to the call center, where we have all the team, the customer care team, to take care of this. And not only that, it's an entire suite, so you get visual workflow designing options, you get to extend the solution using the snap-ins that I was talking about, because those snap-ins, remember, work on AVAYA Breeze. So if you want to extend the functionality, you can have a snap-in developed for you, or you can develop it yourself, put it on Breeze, and there are several examples I can talk to you guys offline if you have questions to explain how that all works. Networking innovation, again, a great example. We have AVAYA Fabric. We have 1,000+ Fabric deployments around the globe so far. It's an award-winning product. We have AVAYA Surge, which is especially for IoT. Kind of a deployment where we have again many awards for that particular product, and the details are available outside on the booth. And this is going to be my last slide. It's about Zang. Now, Zang is a AVAYA brand. It's a born-in-cloud solution. We have set up APIs and platform which is under the giant cloud, so you could program.